It's time for Mirage, our second here at the ESL Pro League, after Nuke goes the way of Virtus.pro after a very much one-sided affair on both sides. It was, in fact, the defensive side of Nuke, to no one's surprise ever. And of course, two people that were not surprised. It was, of course, Chad Birchall and Lauren Scott. Now we venture into a map that we're more familiar with. It's going to be Mirage between Astralis and Virtus.pro. Now, both sides, of course, are all too familiar with how this does play out, and both sides should be putting on a bit of a show at this point in time, because it's coming down to crunch time. If you're unfamiliar, we're into now our 23rd match day here in the Pro League. Top 6 of our 14 teams will be securing a spot in those beautiful finals in Sao Paulo. That's going to be exciting over in Brazil. So, opening thoughts is what I'm going to give to you, Chad. I want you to go ahead and set the scene to our unfamiliar viewers, or viewers that may have not been catching too much of VP and Astralis lately.
Okay, so VP are a bit of a mixed bag still. You know, they're coming off the back of a couple of good land victories, but then online, you know, we saw them lose yesterday just to flip side, 16-5 on one of their home maps. So they're not doing, you know, as predicted. But Astralis, on the other hand, they have had a bit of a lull. And they've turned it around a bit in the last 2 days, having some better than predicted results.
And Lauren, this will be a quick segment, but if you could just quickly kind of give us your thoughts, especially on what you're expecting to see here. Is it going to be the same kind of case of Nuke, or are we going to get a bit more of a tighter ship?
I think you're going to get a far greater display of skill throughout this map. Both teams do play Mirage pretty well, let's be honest here. I think Astralis...
What's with this chair, man? We're going to get you a new one.
It's the way I sit. Lauren, they didn't see it. You can't laugh.
I know, I wish they did.
It's because I cross my legs, so I press my leg. This is how I sit, right?
And then what happens?
It's like a roller coaster.
I'm not clinically obese, I swear. It's just...
But
okay,
yeah, pulling it back to Mirage, I'm looking forward to it. One, because Astralis, I think, are great at this map. I actually still always enjoy watching them. Dupree, I think, would be a huge factor on T side. His play up, Cat going to ladder and being a constant pest. Yeah. Really enjoyable to witness. I think, actually, we might see Carrigan AWPing. If they are going to be sharing the role, this is one of the maps that he was actually very good on doing it on. However, we saw Device AWPing on Nuke. So again, I'm not sure where they stand on this. I think it's good to look at them from maybe a kind of further back perspective to get an idea of where they stand at the moment. Virtus.pro is certainly no slouches on this one either.
Absolutely not. Looking forward to seeing if Dupree can start doing some of those entries we saw not too long ago as well, just walking into that site and making it his own. I said this was going to be a quick segment, and I meant it. So just finally, it will be predictions for Mirage. I realize this has been brief, but they're ready, and I think we should be too. So Chad, what have you got for me?
Astralis.
Okay, giving us the Danes. You have approximately like 5 words to back up your claim.
I liked what I saw last night.
Oh, wow, you've really just overshot there, haven't you?
7.
That was 7. I wanted 5. Lauren, can you keep to the 5?
No, I don't think I.
Oh, damn.
So
okay,
who's winning their team?
Astralis.
Okay, we're going for double Danes. We're going, instead of double Dutch, it's the double Danes. It looks like the desk is expecting Astralis to take Mirage. Let's have a look what Henry G and Sadikist had to say as they're going to go ahead and dive us into Mirage.
Well, Alex, you would know a lot about a double Dutch, so I will say that's all you, and this is all us. We're jumping back into Astralis and Virtus.pro. We're going on a Mirage.
Yeah, an interesting prospect, a map that both teams are very well versed in. Nuke is always a bit of a red herring, I feel like. It's difficult to predict where it's going to go. And that was evident in both CT halves, I think. You could see the T sides both struggling. Yeah. Okay then, Mirage, Matthew. We saw Astralis actually doing very well on this yesterday, looking very good. Yep. And we'll see whether they can continue that form. I'm going to say Astralis take this map. We'll see what happens, but it's always going to be a good game between these two on this map. And if you did dismiss it, Nuke, interesting game. Still, it's a map.
I don't understand why it's taking so long for people to sort it. I just think there's not enough effort being put in. I'm going to say it right now. I think teams are being lazy and not creative. Go into a server. Where's the fun in that anymore? Go in as a team and do the most bizarre, random things you can do, and eventually you'll find something creative.
Well, on that note, shall we start Mirage?
Well, it's not up to us, Henry, but yes, I think we shall.
So, presumably after winning the knife, Astralis will be on the city side. They get 5 5. It's quite a common buy for them these days. No kits, no nades at all. And looking at the Virtus.pro buy, they've got 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs. I think they might have used a grenade at the beginning already. As they are going straight towards B, it seems. Flash over, Snacks to lead the charge. Device waiting on the other side. Baited in by his teammate.
Well, they're going to go. It's Device to let them down. That'll give information. No one's shooting yet. Oh, Device is waiting. He's lost his teammate, though, but he's let them in. 4 of them. He'll line it up. Headshot needs to hit it. Come on, Device does land 1. Finally, they still don't know where he is. No call. He's able to get 2. It turns out all right, considering how poor it could have been. And Taz hits a jump shot because this is CSGO. Let's not forget it. Snacks inside of the smoke. 2 headshots for him. everyone catching sneaky kills one way or another. Device, I was so tantalized by the prospect of what could have been, but it's going to be Virtus Pro in the end.
The thing is, those are sometimes the hardest shots to make, Matt. It's the USP. If you miss the first bullet, it's very difficult to recover. And you've got players that aren't standing still, right? They're all moving around. It's a difficult angle when they're facing to the side as well. So you can't really read into that too much. Like, Device still gets 2 kills out of position. Could have been a lot more for sure, but still. Virtus Pro going towards B, recovering after not checking that key position. And it's going to be them winning the pistol, 2 rifles and 3 SMGs coming into the second round here. There is a force buy from Astralis. Once again, those Deagles, very, very strong for the Danes. We'll see whether they can do anything with them, as it looks like VP will be focusing towards A. 5 players to this side of the map. Smoke's going over towards the steps area and towards the site as well. CT spawn, and we'll see whether the CT can do anything about this. His first shot does go in favor of Snacks once again. He's having a hell of a performance here tonight.
Kirby trying to spray inside of that smoke with the Deagle to get the shots. Xyp9x is going to get in behind the smoke right now to cover off that CT position. When the smoke fades, he comes back out of hiding, and sees at 75 to be Ali is going to ensue at least 1 kill in favor of Astralis, but it's only 1 kill against the 4 against. Or to that of the 4 against. It's going to leave it an awkward position for Kirby. Down he goes. Taz with the kill. Virtus Pro with 2 rounds. Pretty straightforward. And they'll resume on with 2 AKs still in the arsenal.
Indeed, it should be the full eco now for Astralis. They managed to get 1 kill there, but ultimately Virtus Pro, it's a pretty safe bet using the full execution there. I always say you should normally treat those gun rounds, or those anti-ecos, sorry, as true gun rounds, especially in CSGO. It's never a foregone conclusion of you're going to win those rounds, not like the other iterations of CS. And it used to be a very special thing to win an anti-eco or a partial buy. But here we go then. Carrigan, he gets the first frag somehow. I'm not even sure what that happened. As the Snacks go down, they are recovering here, but Neo finding 2. That puts the advantage firmly in the Polish side's favour, as it is mowing them down now, farming the cash with the SMGs. And Neo, he gets 2. Xyp9x is the last player remaining. He's going to have that silence USP, standing in the smoking window room, hoping he can catch someone off guard here. And there was Neo in front of him. 1 bullet might not have been enough, but still. 3-0, and this is where things get interesting. You can see Carrigan, tons of money, and I presume he'll be AWPing here. That seems still to be the standard for Astralis.
Yeah, I would expect so.
We talk about them flirting with the idea of having Devices the main AWP, and then Carrigan's it sometimes.
This map in particular, though, even when they were diverse, it was always Carrigan.
Yeah. There was an era when we went to Croatia where Device was AWPing this map. They completely took Carrigan off the roll. That was Counterpit.
That was one of the greatest hyped events ever, if you know what I mean.
He's coming back for the next major, I think.
Is he?
That's the big surprise.
You've hired him.
That's the big surprise they're saving.
That makes so much sense. I love it, Snacks. Just light yourself ablaze, still find a kill. All right. When mistakes turn into success, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I really like that pick. Snacks does that a lot. You use that one smoke to get you to the boxes there. There's a little a ledge you can use to jump up on, and you always seem to find players nailing that first shot. It's going to be a 5 and 4 now. Pasha, still with the Mac 10 in hand. He's going towards short. Using that smoke as a little venture towards short. It's a bit of a high-risk situation, though. Does manage to get past, and he's got players in the connector as well. Device smoked out for now, just waiting to see if he can get some vision on the connector. What is Pasha up to? He must be close to Device here. Oh, he spotted his gun barrel. This is big. Yep, goodbye.
Yeah, easy kill with Mac 10 inside, coming from the vent window. It's going to be Taz and Neo to follow up. Astralis falling fast. Xyp9x is going to try and get away. Safety inside of the B site. Only 1 kill to take down Pasha, but that's going to give away his position. And as the bomb's gone down, oh no. I hate to see this because right now, okay, we know Xyp9x is way over toward B. But they almost sent everyone after him.
I think they have 1 player who is that. It's
yeah,
Snacks
someone still. I know. Look, in this case, it's impossible. But it's one of those situations. It just
it's a really
you.
open plan as well. Look where it is. Like it's very unlikely, even if he was close. But yeah, right. Xyp9x just trying to stay alive at this point. He got 34 HP. Not going to happen. Snacks finds him. 4-0 comes in. It's another great start here for VP. As we are on the second map here. It is Mirage, of course. We haven't things up with Nuke. A map we said we hadn't really seen Astralis play too much, and they actually gave a very good showing on the CT half. I think these top teams still need a little bit more depth on their T side, but Mirage, I'm expecting this to be another close game here, although Virtus.pro have had this great start. Should be a 5-0. There's not too much purchase by Astralis going into this round. We've got the Desert Eagles PD50s, and it looks like VP once again straight towards A. Snacks with the orb, looking to open things up. Just looking at the close range angle here. No smokes deployed by the CT. So if they wanted to do a contact play, that's definitely a possibility. One player holding towards middle. That's Snacks, and that's not going to help. A little team kill there to kick things off. This could get interesting now as Kirby finds a Deagle headshot as well, looking for the second as the bomb has been dropped on the site.
Kirby trying to find the angle with that Deagle will not get much. Taz, he's got him on the way through, and now Bialy's got a chance to push in and cover off window, but Xyp9x winning that duel does give Device a bit of space to work with. A 2 versus 2, but Taz, he'll read it well, and a smoke going down will leave Xyp9x well and truly outside of the play. He's got an AK, and he has tagged down Snacks onto 7. Taz is on 51. It's still doable despite not having armor or a kit, but he's got to act quickly, and the smokes will deter that. Well, until now, as we peek back out and see that they're gone, but he's going to keep that AK-47 heading into the 5th round. The lost round bonus will reach its maximum, and having that additional AK inside of the weaponry will allow them even a double op setup if they had elected to go that route, with good utility as well.
Well then, Xyp9x certainly made it a bit exciting towards the end then. I'm not sure we have a replay available, but I want to see that team K happen at the start. Snacks blew off Neo's head as they're going towards the A side. I don't think there was a CT in front of him either. But still, Taz, he recovers the round. 3 kills by him. Xyp9x does pretty well considering. He's just pumping in the numbers at the microwave there. Haven't seen anyone do that before.
That's where I cook all my dinners. Pizza pockets.
Pizza pockets.
They're the best.
They sound healthy.
They're definitely not. I can tell you many a story about what they've done to my inside. And when I was in this isolated area running a ski store, that was pretty much all I ate. Pasha's going to take down Dupree. It's going to be a smoke out on top of the jungle position. He's going to wrap around on this. He's got to line up toward that smoke before it blooms, but Kierby holds true on the trigger. The flash timing. Kerrigan and Bialy stare each other down, but they're both so blind they don't realize how pretty they are. And eventually, Kerrigan's got to go back for more. Finally, he'll find it on the 3rd try.
Okay.
Bomb was planted in all of this, though, as it's now a 3 versus 4 in favor of Astralis on the retake. But Taz pushing forward, a flash comes in again. Kerrigan's gonna fall. Low HP on Kirby, and Taz gets the kill on a Device before Xyp9x can do anything of it. It's down to just Neo. What a shot on Kirby. A one-on-one immediately ensues. A nade comes in. Damage dealt. The AK carried over from Xyp9x is gonna have to be, well, the difference, and it certainly is. No kit this time again, but Astralis will pick up their 1st round.
A very interesting round, I have to say. A bit chaotic there towards the steps area. Taz finding the kill on towards Kerrigan. After a few missed shots, he does actually find the kill towards the bomb site there. But you can see what Neo was trying to do. He's in a 2 versus 1, kills the first plane towards Connector, who's low HP. Thought, okay, well, I know where the second is as well. He's not going to anticipate me facing multiple times in the palace before I even get to the bomb. And that's the idea he's going with there. It's a bit of a Hail Mary play. It's high risk, but you know what? Sometimes you have to make those plays to pull off some magnificent moves. It doesn't work out for him. Kelby was ready for it and managed to pull off the round. 5-1 though, still in a very scary position for the CTs. If they lose this round, it's a full reset. Could be in a double eco. It cost them a lot of money to get back into this round. All was salvaged though. That's in the hands of Kerrigan once again.
Taz has got the shot on Dupree, trying to get aggressive up close.
Taz looks pretty savage right now. He's running into the bomb sites by himself and finding the headshots. I think we did see a CD player towards underpass there as well. Who was that? That's actually going to be Kayabi, and he's making his way towards T-spawn. This could be a big play by him. If he acts quickly, that is.
Well, that's the thing. Timing is always the essential. Neo's gone back to grab bomb. He's going to be in perfect position. Gets one with the M4. No response as it's silenced from the AWP in Snacks' hand, but when he turns back, Kiri's already evaded him.
He's got the bomb down as well.
Yep, that's the big aspect in all of this. And a player inside connector in the form of Device could go support, but they need to make sure that they take down Snacks first. They're actually going to give the bomb back, so not a bad situation. The bigger problem is this right here, is that Pasha, despite Kierby getting so aggressive and clever, he's been able to slip in undetected, and now he's the one who can do the same in return as Kierby did to get the bomb. 1-for-1 as Snacks will get Kierby. He falls at Xyp9x, and there it is. Pasha takes down Xyp9x, who realizes that there's no information on the B site. No one's checked it, and he's caught off. VP now have the man advantage again, and bomb's going to be recovered from Horseshoe. As Device gets Bialy, he's going to go aggressive. A ton of noise being made. He's going to hear Taz grabbing that. 24 seconds. Taz has to go quick on the ladder. Jumps off. He's bought some time and space. This is going to have to be a kill round, surely. As he's going to get the bomb inside of apartments at 16 seconds. Can he make it from here? If he jumps in and goes immediately for the plant, I don't even think this is possible. It's not. It's not. That's it. That's round over. They can't plant.
Nope, don't even go.
Nope, done. Oh, you know what? I'm impressed. I am impressed. That was on 3 seconds. Someone do it. That is the last possible tick.
I
I'm
thought there
sure
was
of
literally
it.
no chance.
That is incredible that he gets that down. And now Pasha was, hey, wait a minute, we have a chance. Astralis was already leaving the site, knowing that time wasn't possible.
To read 4 as you're playing. It's like 3.5 seconds, right? It has to read 4 to you to basically do it. But if, I guess the millisecond it changes over, you've got that tiny window.
That was the closest I've ever seen. And not only that, Device made that call. Okay, I hit him off ladder. He's just got there. There's no way he can get in. And they're going to get this round. They're going to reset Astralis.
I can't believe that.
In the most incredible timing I've ever seen. That was almost played perfectly by Device. He didn't even take the fight again. He just said, no, get out.
Yeah, he'd done the work. I thought that was it. I saw him in sort of be apartment, so the time he gets to the bomb site is going to read at least 3 seconds.
That was the whole round was timing. Kierby's timing to catch them, Pasha's timing to flank them back through vents, and then that's ridiculous.
Well, we said that was a big round for Astralis. You can see that's reflected on the money right now. It's 6-1. They do manage to save the AWP, but they can't really justify forcing into this one by the looks of things. It's going to be a CZ, a PT50, and the orb in the hands of Carrigan. Where does he go? Looks like he'll be heading towards B storage, but unfortunately for him, it's a fully execute. This has been the go-to strategy for Virtus Pro on their anti-ecos, anti-force wave, whatever you want to call it. And Carrigan gets towards short. Smoke's coming in. The bomb's there as well. You'd assume they'll be committing towards this, considering his players in Palace as well. Smoke's come in. No one in the A site at all, really. I think we have got Dupree hiding on the bomb side. He's only got the PT50, and he's got an advantage with that smoke being there as well, but he gets fully flashed and still undetected for now, at least. Not for long.
Comes out, Taz going to find him. Dupree goes down. I still can't get over how close that was. I'd make that call that he didn't have time 10 times out of 10. I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't be able to predict that. That's incredible. And shout out to Jordan, nothing Gilbert. Always go for it, I guess, in those situations. Zipix and Device, the last 2 alive. 4 still alive for Virtus Pro with the bomb planted on the A site. Device just looking for anyone who gets careless toward the connector. Potentially catch them off with that CZ and grab a weapon to carry over. As Virtus Pro getting away with one in the last round, now have a firm and commanding 7-1 lead.
Oh, Neo did pretty well to actually find that shot in connector. He knew he'd messed up at that point. Zipex can run in the corner. He's like, I'm going to commit to this kill. I'm going to find at least one. And he gets it. Zipex doesn't manage to recover the AK just yet. Snacks it on the hunt, and he should find him. There it is. And the money, oh, okay. This is a pretty tricky situation now for Astralis. I think they probably will buy into this, but 2 players on sub $4,000. So they will be going all in. I think they can get an AWP out. I think that has to happen, yeah. So Zipex will drop that over. That's the saving grace here. And Zipex will be given a scout. Known to be very good in the B-bomb site, especially. And I'm assuming he'll be the one to take it. Yes, it is. So Zipex has a scout and Kiabi on the Famus. They probably need to go a little bit more aggressive here. They haven't got any kits, and you can see Carrigan hunting for a kill actively here. Snacks once again, though. He's been his nemesis towards this area. 7-1 here on the T side of Mirage. Astralis, though, with a heavy setup. You can see 2 players in towards Shadow as well. That's quite unorthodox. I'll be interested to see how this works out for them. Also flashes and set pieces you can do as a CT side from this point. Try and face at the same time, potentially, or bait one of them in.
Well, it's interesting scoreline for Virtus Pro to be up right now as Snacks will rotate back round. And A side is going to get executed upon. Double stack at Shadow. 1 Molotov. Oh, they got it lined up. It's the pre-smoke Molotov. You line that up inside, immediately extinguished. They know at least 1 player's there. There's still a chance that the second could catch them off. It's going to be Kierby, but a smoke in the face means they can't wide peek on it. Instead, it's Dupree that they confront. The alley has to get around this corner. Not only take the fight against Dupree, but where's Kierby gone? He's gone down. So where's the second member?
He's still there. He is still there. He's in
Device
Shadow.
is just
I
waiting.
like this. Okay, this is cool.
This is actually so clever. Bomb is in the hands, dropped as well. Second play, Device. I said, where is he gone? He sat there the whole time and architects the play. And it'll be suddenly around for Astralis as a result.
I said it was going to be a bait sort of play there. You could have a face at the same time, try and bait someone in. That's what they went for, the latter. And Kiabi, he goes down, but Device holds his nerve, doesn't pull the trigger, waits for the perfect opportunity to strike, and it was absolutely divine. Actually gets the 2 kills, could have got the 3rd as well. Unlucky to get it, but he buys his team enough time to actually rotate in. Carrigan coming towards jungle with the AWP to finish things off. Okay then. Astralis though. Still not out of harm's way just yet. Still money available for VP. Basically, whoever loses this round is on an eco by the looks of things, and VP going very aggressively towards middle. Going to be challenging connector as well, and the CT desperately trying to fall away. As Kiabi. Dupree's challenging though. He's only got the M4, and Carrigan's finding a lot of hard work here towards short, as he does actually find 2 kills with his teammates, and Carrigan finds one as well. Okay, the Famus saves the day.
The famous Famus. Snacks does get Carrigan back though, so op for op.
Yeah, this is similar on Nuke or to Silver VP. Just go very loose, very aggressive. Stickers are packed towards middle this time. And it has been an equal exchange for now. 2 versus 2. M4 has been dropped and Snacks. He jumps in towards window with the orb. Oof, don't blow his head off again. He's had enough of that. He's had enough.
Neo on 46 still has his teammate to work with in a very divided defense right now as Astralis with just Dupree on this A site spotted as well. And Neo, at the edge of the box, finds the head of Dupree.
Was Dupree trying to give himself an angle like a pixel so he could watch players come out of jungle, or was that just a misplay from him?
I'm not 100% sure, to be completely honest, because it was a peculiar position. I assume he was trying to get a shot in return.
Yeah, but like he gave himself just a pixel there, but...
I'm curious to see...
What are you trying to get?
Over there? Well, there's a texture on the wall back there in the stairwell. I don't think he was caught on it, so... Device, either way, going to try and pull this back. 1 versus 2, another reset potential, and Snacks is going to hit them hard with it as Virtus Pro will now go up in a very, very convincing way. 8-2 on the terrorist side of Mirage.
This is double eco territory as well. That's a harsh reset. So you can see 2 players on around $1,400. KLB's not far behind at 1,800. They only get 1,900 to the next. So when I say double eco, this means like even if you lose this round, you can't buy it to the next, right? So can't even justify any sort of investment. Just Device goes in with a PT50. It'd be an absolute miracle if you even managed to get a couple of kills there. It should just be Virtus Pro running them over as Bialy aggressive towards Connector.
Got so much mid-control every single round. Of course, obviously, weapons are a factor for Astralis, not really ever having any to take the fight as Kirby will go down. Dupree can't capitalize on the double peek. He does get one back against Bialy when they arrive at the top of the stairwell, but Kerrigan a little bit overzealous inside of middle, trying to catch off the players inside. Like a blender is going to get caught off from the top of middle, and Neo, therefore, is left alive to take Device. Dupree again, same position. Will get dropped by Neo in the end at 9-2 now. I don't need to remind you Astralis fans, but the Virtus Pro fans will rejoice each time they hear that it's a very lofty lead for them to be having.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. So they are going in with the buy here. That's better than what I thought. Okay, so they're still second stage. So they get a scout, 2 Famases. Now 2 M4s available. It's a bit of a all-in moment, as you can see. No, well, 1 kit, no real nades to work with, and Snacks, he's having free reign on the A-bomb side. Neo chimes in as well. Okay, this is actually kind of sick from Neo. I like that shot.
Yeah, that was very, very nice shot against Kerrigan. Almost a bit of a pre-fire to it as he just anticipates someone being in that position. Snacks AWP up close, around the corner, no scope, easily done. I didn't even doubt it. I didn't even doubt it for a second. He just walked in and cleared the corner so perfect.
About it. He's just like, it's a normal shot. Don't worry about me, lads. It's all fine.
Yeah, well, it's not all fine for Zipix, that's for sure, as he's caught between a smoke and a hard place. You better take what money's in that till as well, because like you said, potentially double eco territory.
That should have been, well, this is why.
They're forced into it, exactly.
Yeah, so they probably should have taken the eco there. Maybe just get some pistols. Now the next round, they're going to be even more trouble. God, not the knife. Anything but this. 5 players staying alive there. Astralis not making a dent. And you can see, oh, they're forcing again, Matt. It's all going wrong. The wheels are falling off.
The wheels on the bus have fallen off, fallen off. Oh, sorry.
So they had the option to eco last round and have guns into this one, but now they're getting so deep into this game, they just have to keep forcing by the looks of things. It's going to be 2 UMPs, an MP9, a Scout, a Deagle, and they're going to get $2,900 next round if they lose this. So, oh God, this is getting a little bit desperate now. The Deagles need to start arriving. Dupree's going to be challenged first. He uses the flashbang and has to fall back as the smokes are deployed. KRB has got a gap to use, but only UMP to actually try and strike with it. Could actually work out for him. Quite yet. Oh,
that one will short. Oh, he's run out of ammo. The one time someone shows himself in the gap, he's out of ammo, but he'll go over top of the sandwich, and he's got a tasty meal in front of him as Kerrigan's going to find a kill, and there we go. Astralis, in the most unorthodox of ways, have found the 3rd round now. Lose the next 2, 12-3. We know what happens.
Yeah. Well, okay then. That shouldn't have happened. That wasn't in the script. Not on the one I got, at least. But it's the UMPs doing all the work, apparently, even with full execute from VP. I think in that situation there, they probably anticipated them to have that sort of buy. Virtus Pro, that's why they're using that sort of play. It's worked so well for them in the past, but some good flashbangs thrown from Astralis, some good movement mechanics, and actually using those UMPs to full effect. I think it's KRB getting towards Sandwich. That was a key move. And we go to round number 14. The AWP has been picked up for Kerrigan. It's going to be Challenge though, and Snacks, he's just been dominating him this game. Every single situation he's going to be out on top of.
It's impressive to watch as Snacks is looking through the metal bars in toward the site. It's Astralis taking back middle at least, though. Bombs in T-spawn, though. So Snacks that far up. Everything looks well for Virtus Pro, but Bomb inside that position at spawn, and with Device still holding onto the horseshoe, they've got to go back out from the apartments and could get caught off, and this timing is everything for Device. He has to hit the shots as well, as Neo will go down. He's got it lined for the second smoke out, though. He'll fade back to mid, and Snacks will go out and try and find exactly where he's gone. Doesn't see him as he drops in. And it grabs the bomb toward the A site. Device's position, though, if Snacks, okay. Snacks underpass to connector, maybe, to try and hit inside of the A site when they execute, because he can't get middle back. It's the only way around Device.
Well, they had the tick. At least Dupree would have heard it. So when I say tick, it's 1 unit of damage from the Molotov. So that is audible to the CTs. Dupree would have at least heard that. As Taz goes in. Could actually get his kill on Kiara, that would be kind of nuts. But spotted from jungle, he is going to be denied. Doesn't take too much damage, though, as he Molotovs towards Shadow himself. Dupree has to face now, but doesn't matter. His teammates there to back him up.
Well, Dupree inside the site, therefore, can turn his attention back, and Xyp9x is going to take down Taz. It's going to be 10-4. So doing better than that third round that we talk about as their lofty little curse in Pro League. But is it too little too late either way? It's still a pretty convincing scoreline for Virtus Pro on a T side of a map that's not always favored. It's fairly even, to be fair.
We'll see what happens here.
Well, Kerrigan's gone auto sniper. We saw this the other night. He's also gone Zeus just for adding the electricity to the air.
Okay, Scouts in the hands of Neo. All for Snacks. Full default for now. Where is Neo heading towards? It's actually in the underpass. No, going to be challenging for now, but Kiabi, he's in the connector. Using that smoke as a veil as he spots towards middle. Looking confident in his position as well. Definitely high risk if an AWP comes and faces him, but yeah, okay then. All for Xyp9x in towards the B side, and also sniper you referenced before. It's going to be in the hands of Kerrigan and CT Spawn.
Kirby's timing on this. Neo's here. Oh, that's got around the corner. Good headshot, good crosshair placement. That's going to draw Taz's attention, but smartly, he's going to get away. Flashback out into mid, though. There's no one else peeking it. He's got to wait just a second longer for Device to get on the catwalk and support him, but he can't get the angle onto Pasha. So down goes Kirby. Now they start to encroach upon his position, and the more shots he misses, the more he's going to be faced from Snacks. So it ends up costing them Kirby getting locked into those tunnels as 2 players fall as a result of the action. And it does give the advantage still to Astralis, but only by 1 member. Bomb back at T-spawn as well. They want Pasha to try and open this up. He'll sit and wait for anyone who's going to face out toward middle from the window, and then now go toward the connector and try and find a pick to help his teammate. Dupree's inside of the site, but Kerrigan's there, more importantly, with the auto sniper at the top of jungle, and it's just on Snacks, 1 versus 3. They've got no clue where he is. Now they will with the noise, and it is a 5th round for Astralis.
It is indeed, and not too bad of a scoreline, all things considered. They will swap over to the CT side now, VP, but 10 rounds on a T half. That's a very convincing half of them. They get the 5-0 start, and Astralis, every round they got, they're getting fully reset. They turned up at the end, though. I think that round with the UMPs, that was the turning point to get them back into the game.
Yeah, oddly enough, and even on Nuke, despite that they lost 16-14 in the end, but to give themselves a chance, we talked about those 3 rounds they would need. It was always an eco round that seemingly was a bit of an issue or a forced buy. So
same thing here, though, right?
Yeah, Virtus Pro seeming to make some mistakes against those buys.
If they win the pistol here in the second half, they're right back into it. So it's still anyone's game in this top tier level of CS. So we'll take a quick break once again. Do not get anywhere. I think this one's going to go the distance once more.
A V-fast play, and Pasha just with the shotgun to try and defend.
Oh, nice shot on Fur. Doesn't even hit the ground. Taco low on HP. Easy to pick up again. Meg 7 jumps up. Cold Zero, I can jump too. Pasha takes down Fallen.
Europe has been great for him so far, and that's just Neo. Open a Deagle. No time though. 15 seconds. What? Neo gets 2 with 1 shot there. The Deagle coming in
On that SK side, so watching you. Pasha in that arch position, it could be crucial when they do walk in. Flash through, trying to take over this window from Taz. He's got 2, and he's jumping up Cold Zero. He's got 3.
Bayani playing on the stairwell, which is going to be tough. He's going to have to hit some really good headshots. In fact, they're going to go proactive right now and just flash their way in as Liquid are setting up. And look at it, Bayani picking up 2 more headshots. Oh my God, a 4th one coming in. He's wrecking Liquid.
Oh, getting close. Close does not get you the round at this point. Ball banging it out. Device takes a swing, and well, it's a miss. And here comes Snacks. He plows forwards. He takes down Xyp9x, but the time is ticking. He has a kit. But Device playing the time well, but he's getting chased. And Snacks,
what is this?
He gets it. Absolutely unbelievable. And if you're Astralis, that is absolute heartbreak. That should be the round they had.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Was the first half, some highlights on your screen right now, and it will be 10-5 in favour of the Poles here. Great performance from them on the T side. Astralis, though, fighting back towards the end. They're not going to give up without a fight here. As we go into the second half, they'll be switching over to the T side, and we know they're very decent on Mirage as well. I'm sure they'll be able to rise to the occasion, as I said. I think this one's going to go the full distance. I don't think they're going to just roll over just yet.
Yeah, it's very rare we get a game that is that way in Pro League right now. There's always seems to be some response. I don't know if it has to do with the additional halftime break to talk things over or just the current meta right now. Pistol's obviously important. You emphasize that, Astralis. If they can pick that up and get rolling, get the momentum in their favor, we could be at 10-8 quite quickly. Get some bomb plants in on that, build up some money as well throughout time. Even if they lose the first gun, they can reset Virtus Pro. It's not the end of the world for them being down at this particular scoreline on Mirage.
No, I absolutely agree.
One thing I have to worry about, though, is Snacks has been so powerful on this AWP, and Kerrigan, he didn't really get it to bring it out much, obviously, on the CT side. We saw him go to the auto sniper at the end, but that's a battle we talked about at the start, that he's got to win.
Yeah, and Snacks seems incredibly on point tonight. Every single shot, no matter the range, he seems to be hitting with the AWP especially. We'll go into the second half and see if he can continue that form. That's certainly going to be a battle. If VP win the pistol, it almost suggests they'll be going to 13-5, and that could be a massive problem for Astralis. And show you how influential these pistols really can be. So, I'm sure we'll be starting momentarily.
Should be. Let's hope so. What's your thoughts on the halftime break? As a player perspective, obviously it makes a lot of sense for the show. It makes a lot of sense for promotion, as you can see, throwing in some team highlights there for ESL 1 New York, etc.
I think at an event, it would annoy me slightly. For an online game, it wouldn't be that much of a big deal. Like if you
did it at Cologne, though.
Because you got such an adrenaline rush, like when you're playing right in the boost and stuff like that.
Keep it going.
And then it's like boom, you're out of it, and you got to run around like this, just like waiting for it to start again. I like the fast pace game of CS. You know, I like that it's quite relentless. Like that you don't have time to think about stuff.
Papa Pasha seems to be the one that's not present at his computer right now. He and Kierby are both not moving in spawn. So,
right then.
Well, Kierby's moved. It's Papa Pasha.
We're back into it.
We're back. Papa Pasha sits down and we're ready to roll.
Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, the final half of Virtus Pro versus Astralis. Like I said, I feel like this one could really go the distance. It's almost certain that Astralis can win the pistol, because no one gets an easy run in Pro League. You never do.
Absolutely not. There's no such thing as an easy run in Pro League.
5 players, all towards 8. 2 smokes, pretty much identical pistol, presumably to what VP did.
There is 2 utility players on the Astralis side, as you say. The kid on Neo, Bialy in the sight. Smoke's coming down. They're seeing them now toward the top of the jungle and on top of the stairs. No one going to be re-entering from that position, but Bialy can bait them in on this. He doesn't have to peek early. He goes to anyway. Tagged up immediately. Can't find kills, and he's got one finally, but has to go for the reload. That's going to put a wrap around its device instead. And he'll swap to that USPS. Full ammunition as well as the reload was completed, so therefore he can cover off towards CT, but it snacks over top of the stairwell, dropping in the sight. And Pasha combining each, they find a kill. It's going to be Taz immediately after as well. It's on the device. 8 HP. This is a huge problem. That was a very fast retake from Virtus Pro. Remember as well, they have a kit onto Neo.
Well, VP do manage to win the pistol there. It was almost identical there from Astralis from what we saw on VP on their pistol round. So Smoke's on the A site, primarily focusing towards the steps and jungle area. But you can see VP, it was Bialy who was pressured so much. He did work very well to get 1 kill there and stay alive as long as he did. Those extra few seconds, it might not seem like much, but that's huge. It allows his teammates to actually get close and actually fall back with information. The bomb comes in, it's a fast retake. You see the VP getting towards Sandwich as well, finding kills, pressurizing from CT spawn, jungle, and the steps area as well. Very good retake, and it will be round number 2. So the bomb planted for Astralis. It won't be buying into the second, of course. I won't bring AKs out on the third. Although we have seen a lot of teams recently, after getting this bomb down on the pistol, actually investing into it. I think what was the last of them? DreamHack. We saw a lot of that, and some good effect as well.
Neo, MP9, spotted out, has to bounce the grenade into the position of the apartments. He's done it successfully, and Pasha back at the van was able to help get some damage in, so therefore it does result in a kill, but Pasha's gone down immediately after, and therefore Neo has got to shift his position. That gives up Catwalk, and Kierby's going to try and take advantage, catching off the player inside of the connector as well. Bialy gets tagged, dinked. Down to 21, but doesn't result in anything more, and this should be enough to stabilize the round now for Virtus Pro. Specifically with that M4 inside the window as Taz will jump down to take out Zipix. We go 12-5.
Yeah, absolutely right. And this is where things get interesting, though. VP are going to be aware. They shot against players without head armor, of course. They didn't see any upgraded pistols, and with the bomb going down the pistol, you almost can guarantee it's going to be AKs in the third. So what's the response from VP? They have managed to get 3 rifles here. Neo, I assume he has a drop waiting for him. It's just the PT-50. It's going to be an MP9. Okay, well, a real chance for Astralis to pull one back. They have the advantage in terms of the actual weaponry, but in terms of utility, not so much. You can see they've only got 2 smokes remaining, and it's going to come down to these pure headshots. And Dupree, he's hunting for one quite quickly as he pushes through that initial smoke in middle.
Neo just waiting at ladder as well with the MP9. It's PT-50. As a backup for him, does give him a little bit more range than the MP9 does. Dupree's going to push immediately through the smoke at the bottom of the connector and get to below the window instead. Bialy top shadow as well is going to cover off on Palace. There's decent positioning right now from everyone but Astralis. Oh, that AK, he gets caught out. This is a problem because now as he falls back, does manage to get the shot on Neo. Bialy nearly crept out on top of him, but now Taz has to cover this position as he's gone down as well. Astralis with a good entry early on, and Snacks reverse firebox tries to get sneaky, but Kierby's going to spot that. Taz, no response until now, and even then it's not enough as it gets treated immediately. It's on to Pasha, and 1 versus 4. Pasha with just the MP9. Round over, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right there. It was 2 MP9s for VP, and the AKs proved too much for them. Nice spray from Astralis there, getting the mid control nice and quickly, pushing the CTs back, and then focusing towards that A site, and just nailing shots across the board. Kiabi, Dupree, Zipex all finding kills there. And Carragher as well, but he's the only player that dropped. So Pasha, MP9 in hand, looks like he's going to be hunting towards middle, see if he can salvage a weapon. Does get spotted though. It's a close little battle there, but Kiabi coming out on top. He lives with 25 HP. And there it is. I did say favoured Astralis' chances going into that one. This is Dupree coming from the connector as well. As he faces back towards window, kills Neo, and that was pretty much round over at that point. So no buy from VP. They have a huge bed of rounds. Don't need to over-invest and limit their chances. In the main gun rounds, there's just a couple of deagles purchased. That's about it. That's going to be in the hands of Neo and Taz. The rest of his teammates on USPs.
Deagle out for Taz toward the smoke top mid. Doesn't land anything as Neo's going to try and do the same. Flames do a little bit of damage onto Neo. No armor as he jumps back toward the stairwell. Gets a peek toward the A-ramp position. Tries to get some information, but device crouching will not be spotted by that, and therefore Snacks might get lured into a false sense of security. No flash as well. Bialy's there. Could be the bait and switch, though, for Bialy as he peeks out. There's information grab. Second member, all goes out. That's going to give it away. His device with the AK holds it together, at least so far. Bialy flashed off, is going to retreat to shadow. They'll know he's there. Kierby's going to find Neo. Connector, mid-control gained. A-site established. 2 players rotating, Taz and Pasha, one of which has gone down already. The other is sure to do so eventually, and there it is from Dupree. So Astralis, again, building back in.
Yeah. Well, Astralis now. We find a couple on the bounce, and it's going to be the orc coming up a Snacks head. This is where things get problematic. We know how strong he's been tonight. He's currently sat on 15 kills, 10 deaths. It has been Taz, though, with the majority of the fragging on this map as he goes 17 and 9. We'll see what kind of play comes in. Looks like an aggressive CT push towards middle, and Snacks to be protecting them, the bodyguard, as they push towards mid. The problem is, though, okay, this is working perfectly so far. That's what they wanted. So both the terrorists baited in towards that mid position, but still pouncing fast into the A side. Instead of 3-on-3, they have time to plan here as well, but they're not quite making it to the side. There it is. Smoke goes down.
And they elect to boost Neo back into window, so both don't come from jungle, but still the Molotov goes out that far. Snacks, that's a big miss. So the Molotov did go in the right position. This is going to let Neo in, though. They don't know that he's come in from window. They haven't expected it. They're watching connector as 2 did push up middle, and he's got a kill as a result. And Snacks missing that shot. May go on to... rather, there you go. Gets it onto Dupree, but rather effective. What's the word I'm looking for? Insignificant, because they pull it back. Thank you, Henry.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the help.
No problem. Well, yeah, you're absolutely right. I thought Snacks, when he missed that kill in CT spawn, that was their chance to actually get back into that situation. Astralis did a great job getting to the A side. It was an equal exchange to kick things off, but still, Snacks, that was the shot. I thought, okay, he's missed that now. They know exactly where he is, but his teammates came in efficiently and managed to lock it down. It was Snacks to finish things off there towards CT spawn. It looked like it was free to smoke as well. But 13-7, still tons of money available for the Danes as they do manage to get the bomb down in the previous. This is a full investment for them. I think Kiabi's still got 4,200 residual cash as we go into round number 6. I still think this will go the full distance. Let's see if Astralis can keep applying the pressure here. If they win this round, it's the full reset for all the CTs and potentially double eco as well. Oh, that nade towards Carragher.
That's huge.
Right to the face.
Yeah, 33 HP left to work. Oh, that brings him into the position where this could work. Neo not going to go for it again. Snacks, meanwhile, still watching middle with the AWP, but it's underpass by which they'll go. Snax is considering that as a possibility now. So Taz will come in with the M4. Snax still there with the AWP, needs to get away, gets to the corner and behind the box. Repeat potential comes out. Remember, you cannot spam the crouch anymore, so he only gets 1 or 2 shots at that, but dupreeh doesn't fancy giving him another. He'll get away, and Snax will fall to Kierby instead. As soon as he does, that brings dupreeh back in a position where he can shuffle onto Neo. And suddenly it's another 1 versus 4 against Pasha.
dupreeh doing a fantastic job there towards Connector. That was actually pretty amazing from him. Actually putting Snax in that horrible position as well. Great awareness. Those players going to be coming towards short, and he's actually nailing 3 headshots and secures the round. Virtus Pro can't hold on. A fast play towards middle from Astralis does shut them down. We said this was a massive round going forward, and this will be a harsh reset for the CTs. You can see Pasha now hiding in towards the kitchen, just an M4 in hand. Smoke as well, just to buy him some time. He wants to stay alive here. The CTs have absolutely nothing going to the next round. We can bring the scoreboard up. There it is. So Snax nothing, Neo nothing. 2 other players have $1,000. They're only going to get 1,400 in the next round. So it will be 13-8 and a chance for Astralis to start clawing their way back into this game. This was a big victory for them, and dupreeh looking to finish things off as well. And of course, he nails the final shot. Good work from him. 4 kills overall in that round.
Yeah, very well done in the end. Astralis now find their 8th. It's a response to the 1 round Virtus Pro did grab since the guns have been drawn, and that's going to put them on a reset position. So AWP in Kerrigan's hands, and just a shotgun for Pasha, who likes to level his money with the rest of his team. But now they're actually going to go on this. So they'll buy down a little bit. With only 1 round, though, CT side, I don't know if it's going to make that much of a difference for them. They're potentially going to be in a double eco regardless. Good shot from Device, take down Taz immediately on the way through with the M4. A chance for him to try and come across the top of Tetris. The stairs covered off by Bialy, but oh, well, Device running out of ammo. Oh, Bialy, thank you for the M4. That's a donation. Kierby's going to get him back. I thought it would be a trade with the player at jungle instead, but that was pretty lovely.
Yeah, that certainly works. Got him down to 4 HP. Just looking at that Glock burst to finish it off, but
I've never heard you gasp like that. That was like gasping when walking in a machine with another guy as Kierby takes down Snax. It's going to be Pasha. Yeah, that's true. That's true, but I know your heart would be broken. You're right, could have been a girl. It's Pasha with the shotgun as the last alive in this, despite the best efforts, particularly of that scout. Xyp9x has also already recovered that AWP, so they'll carry that over on the Astralis side, and it's going to go 13-9 Pasha. He can't go through that little rabbit hole, but so too, no one can go against him with the shotgun in that position.
That was kind of sick from Neo. I gasped because it was through 2 smokes, finding a planter's head, and just using the sound cue to work out where he was. That was actually pretty amazing. I like that a lot. But still, doesn't equate to a round victory. Just a cool moment. Still, Astralis, pretty successful round overall, keeping 3 players alive. Pasha will be saving a max 7 towards jungle for now, but won't be getting any exit frags, that's for sure. As we do see Pasha survive. Money's still in tatters for VP. A chance for Astralis now to make double figures. And I'm just having a look, Matt. Is the scoreboard, is the chat lit up with VAC?
It's lit up with VAT.
VAC, yeah.
VP VAC.
Okay, perfect.
Well, it's all to play for still for Astralis as they try and mount this comeback further. Double AWP this time with Kerrigan and Device. Device toward the A ramp, and Snax going to sit in a smoke on top of Catwalk. This is kind of clever. If they push through, he'll hear it, but with the flash gone, he'll get flashed around the corner instead. That's going to put him in a position where they at least get information. However, Taz, Bialy, they've all fallen. Neo inside window, can't really re-peek against dupreeh, but leave it to Snax to find something clever in this. Here's one coming out from the apartments.
They don't knife.
I thought he checked it. I thought he turned back, but he checked the key instead. This is just Snax waiting for an AWP. Gets tagged
Neo
up.
die.
He let Neo die. That's the problem. He watches him get tagged, watches his teammate die, gets the shot, and then dupreeh immediately turns back. So it doesn't really work out like that, does it?
It was like still. He wanted to get the knife. He wants the money primarily, so it's justified still. But
surprised Neo even peaks though when Snax says he's at top mid with the AWP there.
True. Well then. Just 1 player dropping. Pasha once again the max. I think he spotted the gun barrel there. Goodbye Xyp9x. And he will pick up an AK-47 and fall back. Let's have a look at the cash how is. Pasha does find the second. Good work from him so far. Don't think he'll be staying alive. Maybe, you never know. Two orb salvage for Astralis, so the hunt will not be on for now. God, they took a little bit of a risk there considering where the bomb was and he was right next to it, but still, they're absolutely fine. Pasha outside of the blast radius, takes about 20 damage. He's absolutely okay as well. 13-10, Matt. We said this would go the distance, and it looks like that might well be the case here. Round number 9 comes in. 5 rifles, no orbs for VP. And finally, the money has started to stabilize. You can see Pasha, he's survived 2 rounds in a row. So he has, even after reinvestment, he's got just shy of $5,000. Double orb set up on the T side for Astralis, though. Is this an aggressive play from VP? Actually, 3 going towards window with no orb protecting them. He's going to run up the middle together. Snacks, holds back, and Bialy, he comes charging up mid.
Nade into Kierby, that's going to do decent damage, and it'll be finished out by Neo. dupreeh still wants this, but they're inside of this. Neo's above the smoke, so he's got perfect position for that top mid smoke. And it's Taz now on top of the shadow that's waiting for Kerrigan, who has the NAWP staring at jungle. He's surrounded, though, because Xyp9x has also made it into Tetris. Smoke off means he's got to go to the top of the cinders, and that's where he's staring, spotted, though. And the AK through the wall will get the kill. That's the first back. Still down 1, though, as Neo shuffling out flashes. He's going to be forward of them. He's going to get the bomb down. They know it's there. It's that Tetris. They can rotate over toward the A site and try and potentially hold this off as Device goes in. AWP. Neo basically gives himself up for free as Kerrigan's going to get 1 back as well, but Pasha did land an 8 on Device in the meantime, meaning it is a 1 versus 2, and Kerrigan smoking the bomb can try and grab this with a minute still to play with. Flash as well. There is a bit of a gap, and that gap's going to be occupied by Pasha, but he misses the shot, and the AK nearly takes him down as a result. He's on 19, and Kerrigan's going to know his chances just went up on that exchange, even though he didn't get the kill.
Yeah, okay, well, this is VP trying to do everything they can to throw this round by the looks of things. You can see Neo did a great job. He got 3 frags. They know the last T's are, and he goes running in against the AWP just to try and pick up those last 2 frags. That's all it looked like here, but Snacks, here we already hear Kerrigan go past. It's a guaranteed frag at this point. There it is. So they recover. It's fine, but in terms of the money, we know it's going to be low for VP, and they're still in a reset territory. Need to be very careful with the decisions they make in those kind of situations. 14-10, they're 1 step closer to taking the second map here. As we go into round number 10, there is still money available for T's, of course. They've had plenty of rounds in a row, 3, I think, as we get into this one. 4 Bonanza Device once again. He's going towards Palace, trying to work that first pick. Not going to have anyone joining him. More of a passive hold from VP. They don't have an AWP to play with him.
Well, Device does have the AWP and is going to start to push in toward Palace. There'll be smoke in front of him, though. That'll deter. Neo at the ladder as well is in a prime position for dupreeh, but he doesn't quite go far enough around the corner. Bialy's going to go down as a result, but good response as Neo comes back out. And Taz covers off the player from bottom of mid. That's Kierby. 14 rounds. They're looking for the 15th, but they're making it harder on themselves as Kerrigan's going to find it. Xyp9x gets inside of the B site undetected to take down Pasha. It's now a 2 versus 2. They still have the HP advantage on the Virtus Pro side. And Bomb is a little bit slow to make it to the B site, which means Neo's just going to play this off sound. He'll hear that rotating in, but Xyp9x, Neo doesn't realize that he's showing. He's forward far enough to be seen.
Apparently, no idea. 2 versus 1 now. Looks like Astralis will have this one tied up unless we can find some magic from Taz. He's coming from B apartments. Not ideal considering he has no nades. Kerrigan, low HP though. That's one bit of good news he's got working in his favor. 1 planet for sure as well.
Oh, but look at the positioning. Planet for short. The player's definitely out there, but Kerrigan's a lamb to the slaughter. Nothing he's going to be able to do. Down he goes, Taz. Now this is the hard part. Does he know it's for short? The plant obviously indicates it, and he lines it up absolutely perfect. Taz, you god, as it's going to put them on map point immediately.
Wow, amazing round from Taz there. Great awareness as well. Coming from the B apartments, I thought he had no chance. Kerrigan, presumably he's going to play in the most sneaky spot he possibly can, hiding up until the last minute. He touches the bomb, but he's actually standing in the open there. Didn't even account for the B apartments being a possibility at that stage, and holding up. Kerrigan does go down. What a shot to finish it off. Just touches the bomb, and he's just aware, looking at the plan, he knows it's going to be towards short, and what a great way to finish round off. 4 kills in total for Taz. A fantastic play from him. Still, though, Astralis certainly not out of this yet. Another 1v1 doesn't bode well for the CT economy. You can see they have got a scout in the hands of Neo. And it's going to be an execute from Astralis. The last hit attempt. Will this work out for them as Taz sprays off wildly into the smoke?
Bialy into the corner, smokes, flashes out. Taz is able to pick up 1, burns alive to Kerrigan, who picks up a 2nd, and Xyp9x now on the way through. They've got the site, 4 versus 2, smokes off, late rotation. Device catching Neo as he pushes into jungle again as well. This should be around surely, as Pasha on a 1 versus 4 has found at least 1 kill, but
yeah, the Danes are resilient, and they have broken the economy of VP once again. If they find this kill, it could potentially mean a double eco. There it is. So, money comes in. It's going to be around 2K for each of the Virtus Pro players. In terms of buying up next round, they certainly could do it. This be shy of like 4K each. But I think just take 2 ecos here. Maybe a couple of P250s this round. Don't need to go nuts. Let's finish the game off. Don't allow it to go to overtime. But Astralis there, 5 players towards A at the start of the round. Not even a default employed whatsoever. They're sticking together. Simple smokes coming in, landing the shots that are required. VP still on match point. 4 to go. No pressure really being applied as of yet. Oh god, these deagle shots doing a ton of damage towards the top of middle. Kerrigan and Device going down to about 40 HP each.
Smoke off on Snacks. So struggling Astralis against online Virtus Pro. And we have seen some doozy of rounds. It's going to be Dupree and Device that take down Bialy and Pasha. So now the Pistols down to just 3 that remain. Dupree's on 27. Chance he could get caught, but Kerrigan's going to make sure Snacks goes down before that happens. Neo's timing. Device is definitely a sitting duck. Down he goes. That's an AK grab. They can carry that over nonetheless toward the next round. They still have 3 map points to play with. And that'll be that. That's exactly the plan. Get away, keep Taz on the armor, keep the money up. Neo's going to sit for exits above the smoke on top of the railing, and that's going to be the 12th round now for Astralis.
Yeah, absolutely. Another eco for Virtus Pro, but Astralis edging their way closer and closer to tying things up. We'll be 15-12 after this one. Money still won't be in a reasonable situation for them to buy, but saving the AK might make things a little bit more tempting. And there it is, 4 players surviving for Astralis. Just one going down, which was Device, and it's going to be round number 13 coming in next. Look at the cash for VP overall. So Pasha, he's got just shy of $4,000. Yeah, this is almost certainly an eco. If they force him to this, it'd be absolutely insane.
I like how Taz was trying to bring, or Neo was trying to bring Taz a gun. But Taz was nowhere near. I don't really know. He was juggling the M4. I'm sure that they could have and should have probably grabbed it, but Taz didn't elect to go that way. He stayed at jungle. So it's just the 1 AK.
1 round still required here to finish things off, but Astralis certainly making a good game out of it. Round number 13, we have got the AK saved by Neo, but Pasha has been spotted by Zipex. This should be quite a simple kill, and he gets executed there towards the B apartments.
Snacks as well on this P250 is going to sit close at the balcony position. It's going to give Device when he shuffles out. Straightforward execution with the AK. Mid-control established, bomb way back toward Horseshoe, but it's Neo next to fall as he tries to go and figure out exactly, suss out exactly what the terrorists are up to. Bialy's the only one so far to get a kill. That's going to bring Taz back into it. And a dink on Dupree. We're not done just yet. Hold the phones. It's only a 1-man advantage, and Dupree's locked into that connector. Thankfully, he smokes himself off. He can try and get away, but he's on 23 HP, and that's all he's got to work with. As Taz has an AK and has slipped behind him as well.
Oh, he's still holding his ground. He's in the connector still, but Taz making that footstep. He's... Oh, okay. I think they spotted each other.
Yeah, he definitely spotted him. Yeah, and the low HP is going to cost Dupree. So now 2 AKs picked up. Bialy, no armor. Taz does, but no kit. The one thing Bialy does have to add to the equation on a retake is a smoke and a flash. But already backing off this. They want to keep the weapons. They want to keep the utility.
Yeah, at this point, that's going to be the more lucrative option for them going forward. Like you can see, they've got money to buy next round. It wouldn't be the best buy, so saving a couple of AKs over as well. That certainly helps. We have 3rd stage loss bonus. So they're going to get $2,400, and this weaponry they've saved as well. It will be a decent position for them to be in. Got a bit uncomfortable there for Astralis, especially that connector area, but Dupree, he stayed alive for so long at that point. It allowed his teammates to get towards that B side. So overall, still a pretty secure round in terms of the outcome, just cost them quite a lot of money. But with 15-13, Matthew, and it's going to be the buy coming in. We do have an AWP available if they so want it, and it's going to be Pasha buying it. We throw it over to old Snacks there. It's double AWP. Okay. I guess this actually makes quite a lot of sense. Like, they've been struggling in the last few rounds. That's another 3 in a row for Astralis. So throw this into the mix and see if we can get that first pick and rely on that. Taz, he's got the AK. He'll be heading over towards the A side. So I want to see where Pasha's going to be heading towards. He'll be going towards the B apartments by the looks of things. Let's see how aggressive he decides to go. Snacks will be back actually in the underpass. Okay, then. We've got a very interesting round coming on here as Dupree walking in towards B with Kerrigan defending him with the AWP.
Pasha's got this lineup, though.
I do like this.
Gotta commit. Kerrigan's looking toward the checker room. It's an easy shot. Checkmate for Pasha. As he can't cover both angles. No refrag potential yet. Dupree does hit him the first time, though. Knows it. Goes immediately back out, and it's going to catch him off, but Neo's got it cross-covered from Catwalk. It's pulled it back. That's going to elude the bomb and put it toward middle, as Device now has to get a kill onto the A side to make this all possible.
4-3. Minute remaining as well. Snacks getting himself in a great position. He started off towards the underpass, and he's had the audacity to go all the way. This kill from Kiabi could be the difference maker. Gets one towards short, but good refrag, good communications coming in from VP. 3-on-2 now. Device and Zipex. They do make it an equal situation, but still work to do here.
Taz has dropped. It's Zipex to find him in connector. This was exactly what they needed. 1 versus 2. Snacks. AWP. He has a nade that's going to go over top. It's going to land just on time as it denies the plant. 39 seconds still to grab that bomb for Device, and it's a WAWP setup. Snacks just goes immediately for an alternate approach. Device has no idea he's here. He switched to the AK-47, but Taz Snacks, excuse me, is going to go CT, and Device is going to think this is open now.
Oh,
Did he hear
nice.
that? Yep, he heard the scope in. Device has immediately turned his attention toward this position. The AK-47 is going to try and elevate himself. Spotted above it, it's going to take down Snacks. 14 rounds Astralis, 15 Virtus Pro. And money, it's just on the brink. There's not going to be an AWP, but there will be a force buy from Virtus Pro.
Another overtime, I think. We've had quite a lot in this online season of Pro League, and there's had to be one more, considering the buy Virtus Pro have got. It will be a UMP, a FAMAS, a Mag 7, and they've got an M4 and AWP there as well. That's the difference maker. Snacks can do something with this AWP, maybe we have got a chance of them finishing things off 16-14, like they did in the first map as well. Aggressive towards middle, it's Taz. Actually charging towards the top of middle, but no one going to be waiting for him. It's a very passive hold here from the terrorist. Taz there with the UMP. Now he's got a problem. He can't actually go any further in that corner. If he does spot anyone, even long range, how's he going to take them down? The flash is effective, but didn't really gain much from it, to be fair.
Dupree with that smoke at the top of mid, doesn't elect to push any further. He can't, doesn't have the information line up from Snacks. Device falls as he walks into it and makes it easy.
I just don't think he anticipated the TDs to have an AWP, considering the money situation for them.
Well, I called that they wouldn't, but they did on Snacks. It's glass cannon. He just had the $50 to make it possible. I thought he was going to be right around the 4,700 when I quickly peeked, but it's a big pick to take. Kierby. Waiting for the flash is Dupree from Kierby, but Neo's inside of the ladder. That flash never arrives. He goes around the smoke, and it's Neo to take him down immediately. 3 players now left for Astralis as Virtus Pro once again allow them all the hope in the world back into the game, but seem to be in the driving seat in the last round of regulation. Neo's already spotted Kierby down toward the connector as well. Molotov should, miss.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, apparently not. Pasha, oh, that shotgun. We saw it at Cologne. We saw it in the highlight clip, that exact play. And he's done it again. He's done damage onto Zipix. He's lost inside the smoke, but it's the last man remaining for Astralis, and he's down to 34 HP. Molotov will at least take down Pasha. Take that back. It's the bullets from the AK when it's redrawn. Zipix cannot possibly pull that play off. And 2-0 for Virtus Pro against, again, a struggling Astralis, but that's huge in the context of the season.
2 16-14s as well. Both admirable comebacks there from Astralis. They had to work so hard and dig so deep to actually get that close, and once again, they fall short on the very last round. We saw 30 rounds on Nuke as well. So we see 30 on Mirage, and there's 2 16-14s going in favor of the Poles. A limited buy to finish things off there, but the Snacks AWP, you said like $50. That can be such a difference maker. If you think about that though, like that's 1 kill in the previous round. Had he not got it, that could have been there. That's what we talk about, the kills being so important towards the end of the rounds. If you're saving a weapon, if you find an exit kill or something like that, you might only get 1, but still, it equates to much greater things going forward.
Well, 2-0 Virtus Pro. That's again, the context of the season, 6 teams going through to the LAN VP. They were almost relegated. They, in fact, were, and then the vote, and then everything came back in. They played their way back in against Godsent. They might be going to the LAN with a victory like that, guys, on the desk. I think you'll agree when we take a look at the context of everything.
I mean, we're not going to go and put them in the top 6 just yet, but certainly a big step in the right direction as they do best Astralis in a full 60-round extravaganza. Good God. I was just saying to you before we came back, you know what? Like, Astralis gets so close to the comeback on the second half of Nuke. It gets taken away from them so close to Mirage. I had OT just on the tip of my tongue, and then it gets taken away from them in that final round. A cheeky little throwback as well to Pasha jumping with that Mag 7. Chad, Lauren, where do you want to start with this one?
It's tight like a tiger.
It is tight like a tiger. Twat like a tiger.
That's
the way you say it.
Yeah, no, that is. Look, that was a similar storyline from VP that we saw against Envious. You know, they had a lot of good rhythm on their T side. Their structure that they were using, the aggression and the set executes, and then they.
You were very impressed, it seemed.
I like it. It reminds me of the way that my team used to play.
Right.
And I know that's not saying a lot.
But you mean in terms of the way they call it?
Yeah, like I like the decision making from whoever's in game leading at the moment because it's a mystery.
Oh, this clutch. Oh, I forgot about that.
That was a great clutch by Taz, actually. Yeah. That's a big round. But I think the thing is, you know, once the team has match point, like VP currently has, or had, you know, they had such a big lead, they had so many rounds to play with, all it takes is like 1 or 2 mistakes from Astralis, and then it's good night.
And it was good night for the Danes in the end.
Yeah, and for me, just even that T side was beautiful to watch, as you highlighted, and even the occasional piece of. Why does it happen when it comes to like the solo shot on me, so you can't see Alex just diving off his chair?
I just don't know where to put my legs on these little
just
stools.
Just not where you've been put. Is this like
comedian?
I can't even
I'm going to stand up tall.
My chair doesn't. Ah, there it is.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
This feels good. So
let's continue our
minions of analysis.
Let's let him derail us here with these
the
memes.
CT side, right, with Virtus Pro. The one thing I want to say is that Snacks again, like, he closed out Nuke pretty well. If I'm honest, he was one of the players who actually closed that completely on the first map, and on this one, the aggression again was perfect. I love seeing him doing it. He's such a ballsy player. It shows such a unique play style that actually works for him as well.
Thank you very much, CS Minions. Appreciate that. In terms of performance as well, it does seem like we've got an opportunity to see Device on the AWP and Karrigan on the AWP. Yeah. Have we arrived at the conclusion that it's going to be a map-dependent basis for Astralis then? I mean, that's safe to assume.
But to be fair, for me, I still don't know because Mirage was always the outlier in my eyes.
So no, it just looks so stupid.
Because Karrigan always used. This was one of the only maps he'd ever kind of occasionally still open when Device was the primary AWPer. So for me, I don't know if it's going to kind of echo throughout the rest of the map pool that is back and forward, but.
Or it could just be Device doesn't like Mirage.
It could just be that
yeah,
one. I'm not sure.
Exactly. And you may as well do the thing that works for you, right? I know they didn't win in this instance, but whatever they're most comfortable with or whatever they feel they get the best results out of, then hey, why not?
You guys are so cute. I feel like
Thanks,
this is
Daddy
nice.
Alex.
That you're making me feel less silly now for lowering my stall repeatedly.
That's all right. We're helping you out a bit.
Come down to our level, man.
Okay.
Come on.
Just stay down here now.
Yeah, this is good. This is where we belong now.
Yeah.
Someone's going to tune in and be like, God, I can't believe ESL can't get their desks right. Never mind anything else. Okay, just some closing thoughts because I do want us to start getting. I want us to have ample time to talk through Nuke when it comes back because that's actually something I'm looking forward to. Because we've got a Nuke extravaganza, we've got Chad Birchall who's going to be driving the camera around the map, and we're going to get some more specifics. And in fact, it looks like they're already joining the server. So, closing thoughts quickly from you, Chad, on our first series of the day. VP picking up both. Sado's already hinting at them getting to the top 6. Is it a bit apprehensive?
It's definitely possible.
It's possible for 12 of the 14 still, Matt.
It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible, but the thing that I think it could be a little bit too early. It'll probably be like a last 2 days kind of thing.
The grind.
When teams like this, we were like, okay, VP look like they have a pretty good run to get those wins, and then they lose on the flip side. We're talking about Dig, they're on the rise. They lose 2 to Astralis. It's up in the air. We're not going to know until the end, and I'm sorry that I can't give you guys anything more definitive than that. But keep watching, and it's exciting.
Indeed, it's very exciting. Something else that's exciting is something called the Score Esports application. This one, I'm going to do this one.
Okay,
if
you
that's
sure?
all right, Chad. Yeah.
Okay.
The Score Esports application available on your smartphone. And go ahead and check out exactly where VP's performance has been rising and falling. You can see that little chart that guides you through their performance and their kind of rise and fall throughout the leagues. For now, though, we are going to take a break. And when we come back, it will be the Danes that have to dig deeper versus the heroic side on a double nuke affair. Looking forward to walking through that one in just a moment.